Thank you for watching this video about tides. Tides are the rise and fall of ocean water throughout the day. Tides are mainly caused by the moon's pull of gravity on the Earth. In this diagram, the moon is on the left and the Earth is on the right. The moon and the Earth are in a constant tug-of-war match with each other. They're pulling on each other because of their gravity. The Earth is winning this tug-of-war match because it's more massive and therefore has more gravity, but that does not mean that the moon is not also slightly pulling on the Earth. This pull from the moon causes the tides on Earth. Let's first start with point A. In this diagram, point A is experiencing a high tide. It's experiencing a high tide because point A is closest to the moon in this diagram. In a previous lesson, we talked about how distance affects the gravity between two objects. Since A is the closest point to the moon, the pull of gravity is strongest here. That causes water to be pulled to this location, causing excess water at point A, resulting in a high tide. Pretty much the water on Earth's surface flows towards A because it's being pulled there, causing extra water at A, resulting in a high tide or the ocean level rising. Now, you would think that the furthest point from the moon, point C, would have a low tide. However, point C also has a high tide, just like point A. The reason why it has a high tide is because not only is the moon pulling at the water of the Earth, it's also pulling slightly at the Earth itself. Bear with me for a moment and let me get my line tool here. So basically, the moon is pulling at the Earth, causing the Earth to go towards it slightly. Not a lot, but a little bit. This pulling causes extra space to be in the back that wasn't there before. The Earth moves forwards, there's extra space back here. Since there's extra space, the water from D and B flow into that extra space to fill it in. This causes excess water in the back as well, also resulting in a high tide. Therefore, at point C, the ocean levels will also rise, being a high tide. Now, bear with me for a moment again while I go back to my pen. At points B and D, we experience a low tide on Earth. The reason's pretty simple. If A and C are having high tides, the water level's rising. That extra water has to come from somewhere. It's coming from points B and D. So pretty much B and D supply the water for A and C when they're having their high tides. It's kind of like a give and take situation. The Earth is not making or destroying any water. Pretty much the water just changes its form and changes its location over time. Now, we also have to remember that the moon's pull is mainly responsible for this, but the Earth rotates throughout the day. So therefore, different parts of the Earth will experience these tides as it rotates over its 24-hour period. But overall, each spot on Earth pretty much has two high and two low tides every single day. Now, if we have 4 total tides in a day, and there's 24 hours in a day, the time between each tide is about 6 hours, give or take a little bit. This process just keeps repeating and repeating itself every day, every month, and every year. So again, the tides are the rise and fall of the ocean waters, and they're mainly caused by the moon's pull of gravity and the rotation of the Earth over a 24-hour period.